Oh my. Hey guys.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome to our Down Syndrome Association of Houston Lunch and Learn series. Today we are going to be discussing behavior and the functions of behavior and whether behavior means that your kiddo is just being bad or whether there might be some unmet needs associated with this behavior. My name is Kim Torres. I am the Executive Director at the Down Syndrome Association of Houston. And this is Hayden. Hayden is my son, and he has obviously is being homeschooled right now and has decided to join me on my lap in silence while we have this workshop today. So Hayden, you can say hi right now. You want to say hi?
Hi. Hi. I am record Down Syndrome A. In Houston, Texas.
Yes. Welcome to the Down Syndrome Association of Houston. Okay. And Mom's turn again. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so one of the questions we get a lot of at our Down Syndrome Association of Houston Resource Center is about behavior, specifically behavior in schools, which is now behavior in your house. Yep, the behavior that you have to deal with. And one of the comments we get a lot of is that the school says, or my therapist says, or my doctor says, or even my neighbor says, my kid is bad. Their behavior is bad. We get that a lot, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to do quick little 10 minutes on why that statement is wrong. Okay? That's our lunch and learn topic for today. Why your kiddo is not bad. One of my really good friends, Becca Butler, I'm giving a shout out to you, Becca Butler. She once told me that there are no bad behaviors in kids with special needs, that there are only unmet needs that they are trying to articulate in their own unique way. You remember, you have to be quiet. Okay? Okay? There are only unmet needs that they're trying to articulate. I mulled over that comment for a really long time because there are times when, Hayden here will try to steal something from the gas station on our way out during a family vacation, and I'm thinking, okay, that was a bad behavior. But looking back, I would say that Becca's probably right, that there is more likely an unmet need going on. So we're going to discuss the 4 functions of behavior today. 4 functions of behavior, right?
Right.
Okay, Bub has used all of them before. So the first function of behavior, one of the reasons why our kids with Down syndrome act up is because they are trying to control the situation. No, you're gonna leave if you talk. Like right now, example. They're trying to control, yep, thank you. They're trying to control the situation. Some people call this tangibles, where our kids are misbehaving in order to get something from us. Usually that means they're trying to control the situation that's going on, the outcome of what is going to happen. We have this a lot in our house with putting shoes on. Hayden is a stay home forever type of guy, and the rest of us are not. We really prefer to go out hang out in the public and go places and see things. And so the way that he controls the situation is by refusing to put his shoes on, or not being able to find his shoes, or a multitude of things related to shoes. So controlling the situation is a lot of times what our kiddos are trying to do. This is, I see some thumbs up. This is common with our kids, especially because their processing speed is slower. So their need to control this fast-paced world is is coming out in behavior. Very similar to when you or I go into an unfamiliar situation or for me, it's an extremely crowded and noisy situation, and I can't control what is happening to me. My behavior starts to be different. And so control is our first function of behavior for all of us. The second one is attention. We also use that function of behavior all the time. Yep, all the time. Hayden here has his dual diagnosis of ADHD, so we are attention seeking at all points in time. And so, again, good example of this. We have a friend over to the house. Hayden will have been hanging out with our entire family the entire time. Then the friend comes over, and all of a sudden he's got to go off in a corner and sing as loud as he possibly can for as long as he can, trying to get our attention. Okay? He's not being bad. He's using his behavior to seek out attention. And then it's up to us as parents whether this is a situation where we want to actually give the attention or ignore the attention seeking. I've had moms tell me, you just have to keep ignoring it and ignoring it and ignoring it and ignoring it. Sometimes that just doesn't work. Sometimes the singing gets so loud that you just have to say stop. And that's okay. Our third function of behavior that we have is escape. This is where we are trying to get away from doing something. In school with our kids with Down syndrome, this specifically shows up with running away. Have you run away at school before?
No.
You haven't?
No. I walk I walk at school.
You walk at school?
First grade, one.
I guess we're trying to get attention or control right now, because that's a complete lie. We used to have the running away phase a lot. Running away from the teacher, running away from the cafeteria, running out of the building. We've done that once. Running away from mom in the store. I will say that a wise mom once told me that phase ends, and she was right. That phase does end. It gets replaced with a new behavior. But the running away or the escape is pretty much ended for us. But this behavior that can oftentimes by schools be seen as a bad behavior, like my kid is acting bad at school, they keep running away from me, is not them actually sitting down and choosing to say, hey, I'm going to be the bad kid in class today. I'm going to run away from this teacher and make her life miserable. Instead, what they're doing is they're communicating the need that they need to get away. They just need a break. And maybe our kids just don't have any other way of articulating that other than actually literally running away. In the mom world, my escape mechanism is I usually scream and cry and then go hide in the bathroom or something. That's my way of escaping. I have an understanding in my head that I can't just run out the front door and down the street, where sometimes our kiddos just don't think that far in advance, and therefore their escape is actually literally down the street. Our fourth function of behavior is sensory. This is where you are going to exhibit a behavior for sensory needs, whether you are overstimulated or understimulated. This can show up in stimming. This can show up in covering your ears. This can show up in hiding under the table. These behaviors are because there's either too much stimulus or not enough stimulus, and therefore the behavior is trying to fill those voids. For us, when we are overstimulated, we hide under tables, and when we are understimulated, we have broken Mardi Gras bead necklaces that we like to stim with. and those are our tried and true behaviors. Fortunately, we have a really great team of support folks that realize that hiding under the table does not inhibit Hayden's learning. And so, therefore, we just let him sit under the table. So, no such thing as bad behavior. Not when they're little. They're not purposely being bad, in my opinion anyways. There is just an unmet need. And as you're sitting at home right now trying to figure out what in the world are we going to do for the next month with no school, remember that behavior is an unmet need. And it's most likely either to control a situation, for attention, to escape, or for sensory needs. So, if you would like to learn more about the functions of behavior intervention plans, those are fabulous things to add into your IEP so that teachers have the skills to navigate our kids' behaviors. Give me a shout. You can reach me at ktorres@dsah.org, or you can call our office at 713-682-7237, and the message on the answering machine will direct you directly to me, as you can see, who is working from home amid a COVID quarantine. So thank you for joining, guys. It's been a pleasure to be with you this afternoon. Everybody say bye.
I love you.
Bye.
We love